all these people are killing it and this is what they're doing. Like the whole business motivation is just flawed when it comes to social media. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm just here in the office working late, and I got a message today, and someone on Instagram was asking me like, oh, where do you go to like get motivation? And I was a bit just confused for a bit. I was like, well, what is this guy like asking me about? But then I realized he's literally asking which like Instagram accounts do I follow to get motivation to like do better in my business. And actually that basically just reminded me of a time a while back, I guess like 2 years ago, and of when I think I did actually used to think like that like 2 years ago. So I thought I'll jump on camera and let me just talk about it right now, because I think it's like a super important thing that really helped me like drastically change my perception of what I'm trying to do, and then like how I need to do it as well. So yeah, what I mean by that is, so around about 2 years ago, I would literally be going onto Instagram every day, follow a bunch of like motivation business accounts. You've seen them, the one that have all the quotes. I'll put them up here, and you'll be able to see. You have your quotes over some like, it'll be like a Steve Jobs picture with some quote like, if you don't work every day, you are finished. Yeah, there's like a bunch like that. And you even get other ones where like, it's a Lamborghini, it's a big house, and the whole thing is they're looking at that and you think like, oh, that's why I'm doing all of this, because I'm gonna get that one day. Or, all these people are killing it and this is what they're doing. Like the whole business motivation is just flawed when it comes to social media. So I used to wake up every day, consume that. To be honest, that's how I used to be my day. I would wake up, like look through all that, I'd be like, okay, cool, I feel pumped, I'm gonna get it as well now. Then you finally sit down, you start working, okay, let me listen to a business podcast to get your podcast going. In that podcast, there'll probably be like an interview of somebody, or someone telling you the success story, or someone telling you, oh, I did it like this, I did it like that, and you get consumed by it. So, and what I found was that all of this information was just so distracting subconsciously, and you don't realize, because you think all this is motivating you and then you're going to work harder, but really it's just distraction, because you start feeling like that all this stuff that you're seeing is what you should be getting, even though you may not be at that stage, or for whatever reason you just feel like that, oh look, that's what success is meant to look like, so why am my success not looking like that? So it can actually be very demotivating subconsciously without you realizing, that you almost feel like, what's the point of me doing this or getting one more client or 5 more clients, is because I need 1,000 to be able to get to this success level. Similarly, listening to other people's experiences on podcasts and certain things, like one thing to realize, what I realized with that was how skewed it is. Everyone's experience is so based on like what they went through at that particular moment in time. Like in 2005, if you were online and just getting onto social media as like Facebook and stuff was starting, like, and if you got loads of scale for your business, that's not gonna work today. And what things you learn, so you get so caught up on like, let me listen to this guy's experience and see how he did it, so I can learn from that, so I don't make the same mistakes or whatever that is. Well, in reality, you should be doing it yourself to make your own mistakes and to get your own experiences. So basically from like 2 years ago, that's exactly what I used to do. And that's the reason I went and then unfollowed like all business motivation stuff. So like just completely just blocked it out. Like, I don't need no Instagram accounts to follow. I don't need no podcasts to listen to. To be honest, not even any books to read. Instead, I just put all my energy into like what I'm actually trying to do. And I may do something really, really bad, but then in 3 months, I'm not going to do it bad. In 6 months, I'm not going to do it bad. In 2 years, I'm definitely not going to do it bad. And that goes with almost anything. So I used to be really bad at like pitching. When I first started pitching my business, I had to stand in front of a crowd and say, hey, this is my business, this is what I'm doing. I used to suck at it basically. And I even I bought books on how to pitch, how to do this. I remember there was one that was like, before you start speaking, you should do like tongue exercises, like put your tongue up, and like that makes your sound more round. So when you speak, you'll sound more confident. Like you have all this stuff that people like do or think about instead of actually thinking about, you know what, why am I actually doing this? Why am I going to say this? Or how am I going to say this? And just speak and just get it out. Like you can get so distracted by listening to like other stuff, and you should just focus on yourself. It's not a thing that I think a lot of people would agree with, because the market and the world is telling you, no, if you're going to be successful, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need to listen to these podcasts, you need to read these books, you need to follow these people. And if you don't do all of this, you will not be able to be successful. So that's completely opposite to what I think. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I started focusing on myself and unfollowed all of that noise, the distraction, and that ultimately led to me being more in charge of exactly what I'm good at, not good at, how do I improve that. I just focused on myself. I'll wake up every day, and instead I'll be more about what do I need to do, how am I going to do it, and I just focus my energy into that. Of course, that doesn't mean I just stop using social media. I actually follow a lot of entrepreneurs. I like to follow people that are going through building businesses and they're sharing about that and just being real about it. So yeah, that's what I mean when I'm saying like motivation. Like, yeah, you can follow people in general, but it's about like literally looking out for motivation is the issue. And ultimately, I feel like that if you're a person that needs motivation, you have already lost, because that means that you need someone to give you some push, something to do something. The way I think of it is, do you need motivation when it comes to eating? No, you're hungry, so you just eat. So in the same way, if you're hungry to build your business, if you're hungry to prove to yourself that I can do something, you should just be doing it. You don't need no motivation. You need to train yourself to not need any motivation and watch what will happen. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, look, that's all I wanted to come on and say. I'm going to end the video right there. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if anything, you know, like I'm not trying to motivate you with this video. I'm just trying to just keep it real and tell you what it's actually like. And hopefully this just gives you some insight and you go away and you start focusing on your stuff and get wherever you want to get to. And because that's what it's all about.